911 in progress.
You guys deal with that? Okay, good. Good. Alright, I think actually I will send some people here now. I want to send Klausner and Murata to this. Just in case they don't come back for the end of the day, because this usually happens with these types of jobs. Sometimes they're gone and they don't return. And I don't want to send some of my better cops and lose them. Seller of a gift shop noticed a brightly dressed Mexican woman stuffing a statue at the Freiburg Monument into her bag. She then kept on shopping and trying things on, so I followed her. She paid for everything in cash except the figurine. I asked the security guard to stop her, but some big guy stepped in and the thief escaped. Ooh. This is good. This is like the start of the plot of a movie where, like, you know, that statue probably had something inside of it that they knew, and it was like, we need to get it back. We have to go steal it. And it's like a treasure map to some ancient Incan treasure or something. Well, I suppose if she's Mexican, it would be Mayan. I don't know if the Incans were that far north.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
What is this barbecue nonsense here? No one responds at the knock of the door, so the police knock it down and enter the apartment. A man wearing glasses pops out of the room and presents his federal agent ID. And barbecue. Inspect the ID, salute the man and continue to search the apartments. Knock the document out of his hand and put him in cuffs. No, let's play along. Inspect the ID. He shoots my officers dead. No. See, if I predict death now every time I send people out, my theory is nobody dies. Reckless endangerment in the suburb. Leroy Everett noticed two apparently smoke-filled teenagers. Smoke-filled teenagers. What are they, like, emanating smoke from their bodies or something? Sitting on the side of the road, taking turns playing Russian roulette. Whoa. Okay then. Yeah, they filled themselves with that kind of smoke, huh? You guys go. Deal with this. What happened here with Nancy French? We have to steal the Declaration of Independence. Exactly. That's the kind of movie it is. They've been blowing smoke up their butts. That's it, yeah. That's the only way I think they could effectively fill themselves. Certainly. So we showed some initiative and knocked around the cleaver. Oh, knocked around the clever immigrant with our nightstick a little bit. Dude, I didn't tell you to, you know, get all racist about this. Jesus. We fucked with the rest of them for about half an hour. They got with the program. They won't be monkeying with the food anymore. Miss French was so thankful she served us some crab salad and some sake. Sorry, I'd be like, look, if your chefs are spitting in the food, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna go. I just punched these guys for spitting in the food and you want them to cook me a meal now? Nah. Not even our families take care of us like this. Well, good for you guys. You guys got drunk, did you? Yeah. We got $1,000 for that. Yes, and now they're drunk on duty, so I'm not sending them out for the night unless I absolutely have to. False alarm. The girl turned out to be pop star Alana Morris, who was visiting Freiburg while on a tour. The big man who stepped in was her bodyguard. She was collecting souvenirs in the local shops. Forget the statuettes in the bag. I couldn't fit everything in my hands, apologized Elena. The seller didn't recognize her. I don't listen to pop music, but she accepted the autograph from the singer anyway. I'm sorry, no, but that's still shoplifting. Okay, this excuse didn't work for Winona Ryder. It's not going to work for you. Like, oops. I'm sorry, I forgot I put that in the bag. I didn't mean to steal it. It's like, no, you still stole it. They vape. Yeah, that's it, those teenagers, they're vaping. They're just like sat there in a cloud of vape smoke. Hostage situation with fatal casualties. Oh dear, and I got two drunk cops now. Passersby saw some masked gunmen flee the bank carrying some big bags and run into an apartment building. It looked to me like one of the robbers was wounded. Okay, well, let's go finish him off then. Donut, Iwase, Castile. Dixon, you stay as backup.
415 complete.
Alright, we caught the vapors.
In progress.
Hey, there we go. Let's take that. Blues for Mr. T. What is going on here? Naomi Rutherford is gravely concerned that the city is being invaded by commies. I saw right outside my windows a whole family wearing red tracksuits with the letters USSR written on them. I haven't seen anyone holding their hammer and sickle, not yet anyway. But I know in my heart it's just like the past 200 years. We've shed blood and sweat for this democracy of ours, and we won't give it over to these commies without a fight. I say let them come at us with everything they've got. Alright, cool. Great philosophy. You don't need us
Got
then.
a situation here.
Oh dear. The doorman is lying unconscious on the floor, the elevator isn't working, there's traces of blood on the steps. You have nowhere to run, come with your hands up, or shake the doorman awake and interrogate him, or follow the trail of blood. Follow the blood. Yeah, that's it, they'll be Russian track athletes from, like, maybe it's the Olympics or something. Didn't the States have the Olympics in the 80s? They did, didn't they? They had one of the 1980s Olympics, if I remember correctly. So maybe it's around this time, and oh god, I really hope the developers actually looked into that and were like, hey, so we're setting this at this time of year. You know, it was in October, they had the Olympics, it's going to be over here. Calgary had 88. Oh, yes, that's right, they did. Was it 84 that the States had? Anyway, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure they had one of the 80s Olympics, though. I remember that. But anyway, yeah, they'll be that. But they're not going to send people wearing red tracksuits with USSR written on the front to invade America. Pretty sure they'd send their army. Follow the trail of blood anyway. Your state just ratified a law that makes it illegal for someone to make 911 calls based on race. In what way? You mean, like, they're not allowed to say, there's a black person standing outside my house, please come and arrest them. Stuff like that. 1984 Summer Olympics. The 84 Summer Olympics, officially known as the Game of the Olympiad, was an international sports event that held from July 28th to August in Los Angeles. Oh, there we go then, it was LA. But yeah, this is now October, so it's a bit too late in the year. But still, maybe this is 1984 and they just stayed a few... Mind you, they wouldn't have, would they? Am I remembering this right, though? Maybe... I think that was the year that the Soviets boycotted the Olympics, and they didn't come. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure 84 was the year they boycotted the Olympics. Or maybe it was one of the 90s ones. I don't remember. The Winter Olympics in 84 were in Sarajevo. Oh, really? Anyway, someone near the top of the stairs, the woman screams, there's gunshots, the doorman starts to come around. So if there's not anything suspicious the person is doing, you could be held responsible for false reporting. I mean, yeah, to be honest, that's the kind of thing that shouldn't be a law, it should just be common sense, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Run towards the sound. There's a corpse of a woman in a robe lying on the staircase. The criminals have holed up in an apartment. Throw stun grenades inside. Open fire on them or hands up, you're under arrest. Stun grenades, let's SWAT team this. Boom, yes! Because we had the SWAT team with us. And we found money. Nice. USSR tracksuits would fall into that category. That's a good point, actually. Would do. Sell the money. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. We sell money, apparently. We don't keep the money. We sell the money. I mean, maybe ask the mafia to launder the money would be a good idea. We just took money from a bank robbery, and now we're laundering it for ourselves. Suspicious individual. Naomi Rutherford gravely considered. Oh, yeah, we've done that one. No, we're not sending anybody to that. That's
311A
stupid.
in progress.
Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. A few girls got in a fight while they were waiting in line for tickets at the Larry Pistol concert. Larry Pistol's in town? I didn't know. Anyway, Paddy Wagon. Send Roy. Send Klaus. No, not send Klausner. He's drunk. Send this dude instead. You might have to launder it, but why did they call it selling? That's yeah, it's a weird terminology. It's like, could you sell this money? It's like, but it's our currency. It's not like we found foreign currency and we have to sell it. 'Cause technically, you know, you need to change that, right? The woman seems to have been startled by the Brin family, immigrants from the Soviet Union who arrived in town just today and haven't had the time to buy new clothes. Wait, what? They haven't had the time to buy new clothes. They're wearing what they were forced to wear in Russia. Everybody walks around in a red tracksuit with USSR written on it. These are the only clothes they own. Okay, well, fair enough. Oh, here we go. Open investigation. What is this? He doesn't have firearms, though, does he, this guy? So we know he's not going to have a gun. Is that the way it's going to work? What is this here, though? I don't understand what this one's meant to be. Is he out there? So he's going to be outside dealing with a customer, but we didn't have a witness. Let me just reread this. Maybe it's counterfeit. That's a good point. It could be. We exchange it for real money. And the defected posing as track stars. Oh, that would be good. So that was the thing that was going on, wasn't it, at one point? They were so paranoid about their Olympic athletes going to other countries and then defecting. They sent minders with them. Okay, so Orson Sands runs a protection racket in Freeburg, solves all sorts of problems for the Sand family. No restaurant in the city does business without him knowing about it. Timothy Wayne owns the Hell on Wheels car dealership. He doesn't like to waste away in the back office, prefers to meet clients and make sales in the showroom, which is what he's doing there. Wayne secretly began to work with Vargas shortly after he came to town. Sand found out about it. Make a vivid example of Timothy Wayne. Orson Sand and two accomplices, okay, here they are, drove up to the Hell on Wheels car dealership in a red emergency vehicle, so an ambulance. I thought fire engine at first, but, you know, oh well. Orson Sand doesn't use weapons, so that's not right. This one is. He's a very athletic man, does what he does with his bare hands, and then they left a shoe on the sidewalk. So he was probably out doing a thing. These guys showed up, did this, wrapped him up in a straitjacket, shoved him inside. Something's not right about this. Can't think what other order these would be in. Either this showed up first. Oh, apparently that's the right order. I was going to move one more over, but okay. Orson Sand, the younger brother of Christopher G. Sand, is the right-hand man. We going after, like, the hand of God here, basically, is what you're saying. So, he's either going to be at a strip club. Orson Sand never misses a performance from his favourite stripper. Okay. Orson Sand keeps himself in shape and works out every day. Well, it's night time, so he's going to be at the strip club, right? Who wants this? Dixon, this is your moment to shine. You go on this collar. I'm not sending the drunk guy, but I will send one of the other lower downs, Iwase, and we will send SWAT, because this guy could be trouble. Meanwhile, the fight is getting worse. So, Robbins and Donut as backup. This part feels a little like the Karen San Diego games. I've never played those. They've got, you mean Carmen San Diego? Yeah, I was just going to say Carmen San Diego? I was trying to think what you meant. Carmen San Diego, yeah, there's a mobile version of that game. I keep meaning to try it out. Ah, he wasn't there. We're going to have to wait 2 more days now to get this guy. God damn. But we dealt with the fight, so that's good. But yeah, I never played Carmen San Diego games. But I do want to try that one on the mobile one day, on my tablet. Where in Time was the game to play when you were a kid? Really? Still have your 5-inch floppies. Oh my god, 5-inch floppies. Damn. We had those at school, but I never had them at home. I had 3.5-inch. But the 5-inch ones, I was always afraid I was going to break those at school. They were like just paper thin, weren't they? They were huge but paper thin. You're old. Well, I'm right there with you. Don't worry about it. I do remember some old stuff as well, but yeah. You had a Commodore 64. My cousin had one of those. Was it the one you had with the tape deck, where you had to run the tape through first just to load it into memory, and then you had to sit there with your fingers crossed, like, please load, please load, please load, and it was like, error. So run it again. At 44. All right, cool. I'm 39, so, we're not that far off. Remember using 5-inch floppies, learning to type in QBasic. Oh, yeah. There was no memory on yours. Oh, so yours had to run off the tape. Wow. It was pre-memory, yeah. I mean, I had an Atari ST system. Which one was it? The 256 or the 512? I think it was the 256. That thing, oh god. I got it from my cousins, because they were getting out of, like, playing games and stuff. They were much older. I have some cousins who were, like, 10 years older than me, and they had these Atari STs, and my dad found out they didn't want it anymore, so we offered to buy it off them, and I got 2 or 3 of those big disc caddies that you used to get, those big, chunky, frigging disc caddies, full of 3.5-inch floppy disks of all the games that they had. Oh my god. It was so good. I probably still have those in my parents' attic somewhere. My dad still has his TI and the tapes that go with it. Really? Cool. You had to swap the discs. It was no tapes. Oh, this was a 5-inch floppies. Okay. 2 flippy drives in it, so it was faster. Unless your game took 3 or 4. Nice. But you had the good stuff. You don't get to bring all that to Canada, just FYI. No, I know. I mean, they probably wouldn't be any good now anyway, so... But, oh my god. I remember those. Lots of games. Port Union threatens the strikes. Okay. Classroom horrified when failed chemistry experiment claims teacher's life. Yikes. Farmers grow record-breaking zucchini. Okay, then. Hey, the City Hall likes us again, because I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not tempting fate. Kubinski didn't go into work today, and neither did Brock. Well, I guess they don't want a job. My neighbour died. His wife asked me to help with the funeral arrangements. No, sorry, Hunter. If it was your family, yes, but I'm sure she's got other people that can help. Or help in your time off, but come on. Okay, well, we can't send anybody to this now because Beasley's off shift. 12 grand. Damn, that was some expensive jewelry.
712 in progress.
An abduction on Route 22. A witness found a rusty white truck that's wanted in connection with a schoolyard kidnapping of 13-year-old Tanya Rodriguez. The machine is sitting in a field. There's been no movement or sign of life for 2 hours. Yancy, I trust you with this. I want to save J Boogie for another job. Shavers, you go as well. Did we fill up on cops, by the way? Have we got a full... Yeah, we've got a full roster now, 21 out of 21.
A in progress.
50-year-old Amanda Price attacked a young waitress, claiming the girl was flirting with her husband. Amanda grabbed the waitress by the hair and dragged her across the floor, yelling, "You bent over so far your tits almost flopped on the menu." Wow. Trevor, take Jay Boogie. This would be a good start for him. Stabbed in the face with a bread knife.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Suddenly, strange sounds start coming from the van. The windows are frosted over, so it's impossible to tell what's inside. God, it's going to be one of those, like, you open the door and it, like, sets a bomb off or some shit. Built the roster back up after D-Day. Yeah, we already had a whole load of people we could hire, so we just hired new people. Shift B's back up to full strength. Run into the forest and watch the truck from a safe distance. Now, knock on the door. Inside there's a man and a girl playing with dolls. Take the girl away and tell her she can finish playing in the police car and then arrest the man. Grab the man by the neck and arrest him. Beat the man senseless. Now let's just take the kid away, arrest the dude. Yeah. Creepy weirdos. Jesus. Yep, grab him. Okay, so the assault was done. Jay Boogie got his first collar. Mr. Norris called in to report an explosion. I was in the kitchen making an omelette with bacon and suddenly bang! The explosion shook my windows. I'm a former military man, and I'd say it was about 10 pounds of TNT, no less. Is your first name Chuck? Alright, Purdy, you go deal with this. It's going to be a false alarm. You know? Take Fitzsimmons with you as well. Every time I see that name now, I'm going to think of the characters in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents Fitz and Simmons, and they called them Fitzsimmons when they were together. Take this newbie as well. Take the greenhorn with you. Meanwhile, Police Academy. I'm going to send Hutchinson to Police Academy after this is done as well.
In progress.
You ran to grab lunch real quick. Nice, what did you get? Young businessman Raoul Haddad came to the police about minor city official Jasper Redmond, who has demanded a bribe of $20,000. Otherwise, he's refusing the necessary permits for Haddad's store. The businessman has volunteered to pretend he's delivering the bribe so the police can catch Redmond in the act. We can't have corruption in this city. That would be terrible. Right? Right. I'm glad we're all in agreement. 80 is like below 100. Wow. I know. It's just terrible. It's got to get good. False alarm. Mr. Norris's neighbors are performing major renovations in their house. The man heard them doing some demolition. With 100 pounds of TNT. The abuse of authority call, though, at City Hall. The police are in the office as soon as the money changes hand. Redmond tries to quickly hide the large parcel in a drawer. Beat a confession out of him. Now, show us what's in the package or search the desk. Show us. The official quickly jumps and rushes towards the window, trying in vain to get it open. Grab him to the ground. Drag his ass to jail. Peanut butter and cream cheese. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. It is very... I've had that before. It is an interesting combination, but surprisingly it works. Makes for a nice creamy peanut butter. Attempted murder. A young sailor reported an attempt on his life. I was just swimming around close to the shore when I felt someone's slippery fingers catch my ankle and try to drag me down. I barely escaped. You can laugh, but I know for a fact it was definitely a mermaid. I was in the Navy. I know all about them. Alright then. Trevor, Boogie, go catch a mermaid. It's probably some seaweed just wrapped around his ankle, but, you know. A port employee saw two men trying to break into a truck. They were unable to get it started, so they unhooked the truck's trailer, and are now trying to make off with it. You guys go deal with that. And the sawmill neighborhood, there's a homicide. Well, we've got a bunch of people about to get back. There we go. You get sugarless peanut butter so the flavors work. Nice. I've started buying that now. I've been buying like the whole earth stuff that you get rather than the more sugar-packed stuff. 24 homeless people have settled outside the city where they've organized a small camp. They are very aggressive to strangers. They attack and beat outsiders. According to rumor, they kill them. Sometimes they eat them. Of course they do. The anonymous source also said to look at their gardens. They grow narcotics besides vegetables. Oh, really? I'll leave Purdy out of this, actually. We'll take you guys and a paddy wagon. Sand wants help. Jack, one of our guys stole a substantial shipment and disappeared somewhere in the warehouse district. We don't have time to play detective in there, so we'd like you to give us a little professional help. Sure. That's why I kept these two behind, just in case you phoned.
510 in progress.
Kitty loves peanut butter was begging for some. FYI, she does not like that combo. Oh, well then. But it is a good combination. So we've got a shooting over here. I don't have enough people to deal with it. And you guys need help. Get out of there. I'm sorry guys, just get out of there. Sailor's leg was snagged on the overgrown fleshy algae that grows near the shore. They escaped. I'm not having any more dead cops, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Human trafficking, oh my god, there's so many things, and the shooting, and oh god, so many things! You like the Sands, they still have rules like the old book mafia, not like the ones they destroyed with you together. That's it, well, that's why I backed them. I was like, well, these guys are at least the devil we know, and they're not disruptive. They do things by a code, and I'm still going to take them down. It's like a peanut butter cheesecake, but less sweet. That's a good way to describe it, yeah. Spotting the police, 3 residents of the camp draw some strange knives and rush to attack. Shots in the air. A grubby woman with a baby in her arms crawls out of one of the tents and runs toward the police. My son, take my son away from here. Shoot the woman! The baby's really a bomb. Don't move, everybody, just chill the F out. If I see a dead baby here... Oh, we found a ficus. Again, we know this ain't drugs. I brought one to the station, but I'm going to ask the Mafia to sell this and see what actually happens. There's a shooting in the suburb. I can't send SWAT on their own. So it's Mr. Norris again, called about some shots he heard in the street. I was frying a steak in the kitchen. I heard several sharp claps. I think it was an M16. I'm ex-military. I know what I'm saying. You better watch out. Those are some big guns. Okay, well, we're not going to send anybody because this is going to be the neighbours with their renovations again. It'll be a nail gun or something. Mr. Norris, you need to just go to bed. Okay. There was a children's birthday party going on the house beside Mr. Norris. The guests popped a few balloons and Mr. Norris confused the pops with gunshots. Disorderly conduct. The drugstore. An elderly woman made a scandalous accusation at the pharmacy. She claimed the pharmacist substituted her medication. Because of them, she was gaining weight. Look at these wrinkles. It's disgusting. Then the outraged woman took off her dress. Let's just go deal with that. As for this over here, an informant reports that some containers are being smuggled into the port. It's illegal immigrants hiding in these to be sold as slaves. The shipment is accompanied by armed guards. My paddy wagon's not yet back, so we'll wait a moment.